since January, I've spent about $14,000 on shopping. Originally, I added up everything that I spent just to kind of give myself a shock of how much I spent. And even after doing that, I go back to shopping again.
Who told Tia when Tia was young that she wasn't beautiful or she didn't look right? What up? What up? This is John with the Dr. John Delony Show. Hope you're doing good. Like I really, really do. Hope you're doing well and you got a moment of clarity, a moment of peace. Maybe you're doing something important or not important or whatever, but I'm just super grateful that you're with us. Whether you're driving around or mowing or vacuuming or cleaning something or avoiding somebody or sitting in a coffee shop or wherever you happen to be consuming this, I'm just super grateful that you are with us. We're talking about your marriage, your mental and emotional health, struggles with addiction, whatever you got going on, your kids, everything. That's what we talk about on this show. And I'm going to sit with you and we're going to figure out what's your next right move. Let's go out to Salt Lake City and talk to Tia. What's up, Tia?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm okay. Just feeling a little nervous.
It's all good, man. I'm not very good at this, so we'll both be nervous together.
Okay.
What's up?
So since January, I've spent about $14,000 on shopping. And because of that, I've just been carrying so much guilt. I've done everything that I can think of to stop shopping, whether it's like deleting the apps, deleting my card. I've been open with my husband about my spending habits. And originally I added up everything that I spent just to kind of give myself a shock of how much I spent. And even after doing that, I would still, after a week, I'd go back to shopping again. At the beginning, when we were doing our, paying off our debt, I was the one with the spreadsheets and with being so a stickler to our budget. And now I just can't seem to get back to that mindset. And I feel like I'm spiraling and I feel like I can't stop.
Yeah, it's scary to feel out of control, like your body and your mind are on a roller coaster, right? And you can't get off, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so let's slap it up and flip it and reverse it. Is that cool? Can we come at this at a new angle?
Yeah.
All right. So what does shopping, and let's ask this, what are you buying?
Mainly buying clothes and jewelry.
Okay. So this isn't like you're not prepping for something and buying extra freezers or...
No.
This is just like adornment stuff. So what does shopping for jewelry and for clothes, what does that get you? Because it's helping you out in some way. What's it helping you with? What's it protecting you from?
I think it's given me some confidence. I just feel good when I have good clothes on and jewelry. And for a long time, I recently, after having my daughter, I gained weight. And so I just wasn't feeling confident like I was before. So after doing all this, I feel more confident. Yeah. But it just seems like I just can't stop.
Yes, we're past the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Take me to what you just said about you had a baby and you gained weight, which is what happens when you grow a human inside of you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take me before you had this baby to times you've struggled with how you look.
I was very active. I had an active job. And then once I got married and moved, I quit that job so that I wasn't as active as I was before. I felt very much confident when I was more active.
Take me back to when you were a kid. How was little girl Tia?
She struggled with her weight and how she looked. Yeah.
Who told Tia when Tia was young that she wasn't beautiful or she didn't look right?
My mom.
Tell me about that.
She would comment on my weight a lot. She would tell me that she makes snide remarks like, "Oh, don't eat bread, or you're going to get fat," or "You should do sit-ups, look at your stomach."
Yikes. Where was Dad?
He was there. I don't know if he knew that she was talking to me like that.
Could he not?
Could he not?
Could he not know?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Tell me about a time y'all were driving in a car somewhere or sitting at a coffee shop or just doing stuff. And he looked over and said, "You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen."
Yeah, he's done that. Yeah.
Tell me about a time.
Um,
Like a actual memory that pops into your mind when I ask that.
I mean, he told me how much he's proud of me. Like,
That's not what I asked.
just in my.
That's not what I
Okay.
said.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Tell me about a time he told you you're the most beautiful little girl in the whole world.
Actually, I can't think of a time.
Okay.
Yeah, I just can't think of any.
Sometimes hurt is things people say to us, like a mom that's always telling her little daughter that she's too fat or not pretty enough, the boys aren't going to like you, or you shouldn't eat that because, or you need to stop what you're doing and start exercising because I can see your belly. But sometimes hurt is also the things that weren't said to us, that should have been said to us. And you got it from both sides, huh?
Yeah.
So let's take weight off the table for a second. Tell me about your relationship with your mom growing up, as far back as you can remember.
We fought a lot.
Tell me about it.
She was harsh with me. I'm more shy, quiet, and she would like get on me if like I wasn't talking or I was just sitting quietly, and she would, I don't know, kind of just nag at me for just being that way.
Are you still shy and quiet?
A little bit.
Yeah. You answered a little bit as though you're working on it. You're trying to be somebody that you're not, but.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to get out of that just because that's what I was told that I shouldn't be.
What if the world needed a little bit more, a lot more people who were reflective and thoughtful and quiet and less judgmental?
Yeah.
What if I told you I want more people like your innate natural being walking around than people who are yelling at each other that you need to fix this and you're not good enough and you don't look right?
Yeah.
So is this your first kid that you have?
Yes, it is.
Tell me about her. Or him. I just assumed it was a girl. Is it a girl?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
She's spunky, she's outgoing, she's so friendly and happy, and she's literally the best kid ever.
I mean, my kids are amazing, but I'll give you this one. So how far along into being a mom are you?
She's 16 months.
16 months. Okay. If you were to describe how you are doing as a mom, like if you were to be sitting in the audience like Simon Cowell and judging you on a stage, what 2 or 3 or 4 words would you use to describe how you're doing as a mom? Don't overthink it and don't judge your answer. Just let it rip.
Yes. I'm kind. I'm comforting.
Those are adjectives. I want you to give me performances, like performance scores.
Like numbers?
Well, I mean, you just let it rip. You just gave me personality traits or character traits. I want you to judge your performance as a mom so far.
Okay, I'm thinking too much. There are times where I do, I guess, get overwhelmed and I do snap at her, but I always want to be there to comfort her when she's upset.
I'm trying to get beneath the qualifier voice.
Okay.
Let me ask it in a different way.
Yeah.
Are you a good mom? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you feel good in your role as a mom?
Yes.
You think you're hitting it out of the park?
No.
Okay. Is there any part of you that's scared that you are going to treat your daughter like you were treated?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Like I said, sorry.
No, you're okay. Take a breath. You're good.
My mom was like harsh.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel myself being harsh with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she's little, she doesn't understand. But yeah, I just get frustrated with her.
Yeah. You know why? Because you're a human being. And 16 months old are both beautiful and fun, and they blow up everything. Your body, your marriage, your finances, they blow up everything, right?
Yeah.
And yet you still have this mother over your shoulder with her arms crossed, judging everything you do. You don't look right after being a mom. You're kind and compassionate and you're doing a good job, but you snap once and then mom's right there over your shoulder going, see, I told you. And now, in addition to telling you, you need to do more sit-ups and look more beautiful because your husband's going to leave you, you're also not doing that right either. Fair?
Yeah.
So what if I told you, and I'm making something up here, right? What if I told you that maybe your spending is keeping you, is acting as a pretty good buffer? It's a way to distract yourself or numb out from that feeling of, I don't want this to happen again. And it's really painful to enter back into that relationship with this little girl.
Yeah, it's accurate.
And so blaming the spending, trying to white knuckle through spending, like I'm going to tell you, like you got to stop doing that, right? It's going to cause all kind of pain in your marriage. And like there's a math problem that you're creating. And at the end of the day, you know as well as I do that this shame comes out in a bunch of different ways. You might start hiding and your husband will be like, where's my wife? Or you'll snap at him, or he'll say, hey, we got to stop, and you'll feel judged again and you'll come after him, or you'll snap at this little girl. So we have to stop spending. But until we get to the root of what is spending getting you? What is just this constant search for, I need to be beautiful. I want to feel good inside. What is that actually trying to protect you from? What are some things your husband has said to you?
Nothing. I mean, he's like the kindest, sweetest person ever.
He might be nice, but it's not kind to watch somebody that he loves, like begin to erode the financial security of a family, but also just constantly be in struggle and in pain, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He might be really nice and not want to be non-confrontational, but sometimes that's not kind, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, he's very non-confrontational.
Okay. When's the last time he looked at you and said, my God, you're so beautiful?
I think it was on Sunday.
Okay. So he's starting to change that narrative inside, right?
Yes.
Or he may not be changing the narrative. He's trying.
Yeah, he is.
Or weirdly, he might just think you're beautiful, which is hard for you to internalize when you've got however many years of your mom telling you that you're not.
Yeah.
And so some of this is going to be you sitting down with your husband and saying, look, I'm starting to hear my mom's voice again, judging me for how I'm parenting, how I look, how lovable I am. And I want you to walk alongside me, and I'm going to give you permission to begin to call out when you see me or experience me or hear me talking to myself in a way that's just simply not true.
Okay.
Is he trustworthy? Is your husband trustworthy in that way?
Yes.
Okay. The second thing is, I want you to take the time. You've probably heard me say this a million times on this show, but I want you to write 9-year-old you a letter and say 9-year-olds are allowed to be pudgy. My God.
Yeah.
9-year-olds aren't supposed to be doing sit-ups because their tummies are too big. They're supposed to be out running around playing, having fun. And then to really change addictive action, you're going to have to put some major breaks, some major hurdles in front of you. So you said you've cut up cards, you've deleted the apps, whatever. How do you end up going back to jewelry and clothing websites and things like that?
I just download them again and put everything back. Yeah.
Okay. What I want you to begin to do is two things. Number one, when you start to download everything, I want you to remember this conversation. And I want you to, I'm going to give you permission. Pull them back out, pull your phone back out and download those apps. But before you do that, I want you to promise me and all the listeners that you're going to exhale and take a deep breath and exhale 3 times.
Okay.
And that you will carry a small little journal with you in your purse or wherever you find yourself downloading this stuff again. And I want you to write down what you are feeling in this particular moment. I don't feel beautiful right now. I feel bored right now. I feel scared right now. I don't feel lovable. I don't feel sexual anymore. Like whatever the things you're wrestling with, I want you to write those things down, okay?
Yes.
And here's the second thing. I want to challenge you for 30 days to go caustic. You know what that means?
No.
I want you to go scorched earth. I want you to either turn your phone completely off and put it in a drawer for 30 days. I want you to challenge yourself to just not download apps for 30 days.
Okay.
And at the end of 30 days, if you want to download them again, download them again.
Okay.
And before you download them, I want you to do one more thing that's going to be really annoying, okay?
Okay.
I want you to get a picture of your mom. Do you have one in your house somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to get a picture out, and I want you to look at her and say, Mom, I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
Because deep down, I think you may have been right about some of the mean, awful things you said to me. And hopefully that puts the brakes on. I'm not giving you that. I'm changing my family tree. Not just financially, but I'm changing the way we talk to each other in this house.
Yeah.
Can you do those things?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So let's come up with a plan. Also, hang on the line. I'm going to hook you up with the Every Dollar app. It's the budgeting app that I use, that my friends and community use, that we use here at the office. I'm going to give it to you for a year. It's the Every Dollar app, and it links your purchases to your bank, but also to your husband. You all can keep each other accountable. And if we get to a point in 45 days, 60 days, where I've got to take my name off, I got to disconnect this spinning app. Husband, I want you to change the online code to the bank. So I can't just, it's like we're going to put some major hurdles in front of us. But I have a feeling that linking these things together is going to really help. And then going scorched earth for 30 days, just breaking this pattern. Anybody can white knuckle anything for 30 days. Whew. I'm proud of you, Tia. This is one of those moments. You got a 16-month-old girl, and we talk about this. Like, I'm going to change my family tree, and we try to grind through some stuff. This is about you making peace with, man, you were treated like hell growing up. And I'll be damned if my daughter's going to experience this too. And by the way, from the sounds of it, you're a great, great mom. It's an honor to get to talk to you. We come back, a woman asks how to begin leaving her husband with a gambling problem. All right, it's Cozy Earth time. Listen, hearing that term 9 to 5, you think about work, it's just a bummer. It makes you think of your boss with coffee breath and TPS reports and coworkers with no boundaries, or trying to work from home with kids running around acting bonkers all summer. This is why Cozy Earth wants to make your 5 to 9 the time that matters most, the most comfortable part of your day. Cozy Earth is a huge part of how my wife and I make our home warm and cozy. My wife loves her Cozy Earth pajamas, and she gets into them as early as possible without being weird. And I love Cozy Earth t-shirts and pants because they're soft and breathable, but they're super tough. They survived my front yard wrestling matches with my daughter and my long runs with my son. Plus, my whole family loves Cozy Earth's temperature-regulating sheets. They naturally wick away heat and moisture from your body, and they help you sleep several degrees cooler. Cozy Earth is so confident that they offer a 100-night sleep trial. Try them during the hottest nights of the year, and if you don't absolutely love them, you can return them hassle-free. And of course, Cozy Earth offers a 10-year warranty on all bedding products for a decade of great sleep. Go to cozyearth.com/Delony and use code Delony for 40% off their best-selling temperature-regulating sheets, apparel, and more. Trust me, you're going to feel the difference the very first night. That's cozyearth.com/Delony and use code Delony to save 40% off your entire purchase. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, stay cozy. All right, let's go out to a Harvard bar in Boston. That didn't sound right at all. Talk to Mary. What's up, Mary?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How about you?
Good. I'm calling for some advice. I've been married for 15 years, and my husband has a severe gambling problem, which also includes him being extremely sneaky and lying a lot. And he's really financially devastated us, destroyed my credit, and I'm just tired of it, and I'm over it, and I need to know if I'm being irrational wanting to get out of this marriage, and I also don't know how to move forward with doing it affordability-wise. It's a hard situation. We have a 10-year-old child with special needs, so I'm just kind of looking to see if I'm thinking I'm on the right track and making the right decision.
No. I mean, you have a partner who's making you incredibly unsafe in a bunch of different ways. And so that's that. Again, I take a broad view of fidelity, right? And that is not being a person of fidelity. That's a person who is refusing to get help for a pretty traumatic, trauma is overused, I think, but a devastating, as you said, to use your words, a devastating struggle with addiction that is not just a personal thing. He's destroying you. He's destroying the path ahead for your special needs kid. He's destroying all the trust, all that stuff. So no, I don't think you're crazy at all. I do think this is the scary reality that women in your situation face often is there's a math problem to solve here, right?
Right. That's my biggest hurdle is the math problem. The little that I do get for contribution from him.
Wait. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, it means, I pay the majority. I pay our rent. I pay my own bills, my own car payment, my own, any credit card bills. And
so you're already on your own.
Right, but he does pay for, our weekly food shopping and pays our utilities, and I wouldn't be able to sustain all of that on my own income. And we're still behind in utilities because half of his paycheck every week disappears to, I don't know, he has a new story every week, and obviously I know where it's going. But the little help I do get, I just can't do it all on my own without. I financially can't do it all. Sure.
So I think this is me. I'm just going to talk to you just direct. Normally I would talk to you for a lot longer and get some more context here, but I'm going to be pretty direct. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The thought of I'm out, like I'm over it, I'm done, right?
Yep.
There's a sense that I'm going to separate from this and get on with my life. I just need to figure out this $500 gap or this $700 gap. Whenever you leave a 15-year marriage, you have to understand I am leveling the ground of the life I know. What does that mean? That means for the safety of me and my child, we may have to go to a one-bedroom apartment for the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
We may have to fill in the blank. He may have to go to a different school, your child, or she may have to stop seeing the 3 different professionals and go to a different sort of care. Like it's about leveling from the floor, not I live in this house, I drive this car, I have these types of insurances, we have this type of support, and I just need a gap financially. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep.
So when you talk about leaving a 15-year marriage, especially with somebody who's not well and who gaslights you out of your mind about how they're not well and is willing to take you and your special needs child down, you have to understand I am wiping the deck on the life as I know it.
Right.
And I have to reverse engineer reality here.
Right.
And you may be in a situation where you're living in a house where your mortgage is less than rent. That may be the case. But maybe not. It's just a matter of we're going to have to sell a house. We're going to have to possibly move. I might have to get a new job. It's all of that stuff. So tell me where you are financially.
Yep. So we did own a house at one point, but we sold our home because we needed to move to a different part of the state so we could get my daughter into the right schooling.
Okay.
So we now do rent, and our rent is unfortunately significantly higher than our mortgage was because we did this during COVID and things were just kind of crazy and insane.
Sure.
So, our rent is higher. He doesn't have a car currently because his second car was just repossessed a couple weeks ago. The first one I was a co-signer on. So I have an issue with, we've been established in our apartment for a few years now, and I no longer have the credit to be able to apply somewhere else for a new apartment or even the money to, do a first and last somewhere. So I feel stuck in that regard. And I also, even if I do get a little bit of money from him from child support, I don't even have the money to file court fees for divorce and child support and custody and things like that. So it's like I can't even legally move forward because I'm so strapped with money issues.
Would he fight you on a divorce?
No, I don't think so.
If he won't fight you, there's a way to do it very inexpensively.
Okay.
I have several colleagues who have gotten divorced. They shook hands. It was like $400, but they didn't. They didn't fight each other. They went down to the court. They downloaded some papers online, filled them out, shook hands, and just called it. They acted like adults in the separation.
Okay.
I would be stunned if he let you walk away like that because you're his gravy train.
Right.
Maybe he will. Or maybe his shame is so overwhelming that he just needs somebody to stop the boat, right?
Mm.
And maybe he'd let you go. But if he would, there's ways to do it very, very inexpensively.
Okay.
There's also community resources, and I don't know them off the top of my head in Boston, but I would research those community resources. And there's millions of women who get trapped in, I make just enough money to pay my rent and to get my kid over to school, but I don't make enough money to qualify for some of these programs. You're going to have to just figure that math out for yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have family connections there in your area?
I do.
Okay.
I'm close with my family.
Okay. It may be for 6 months or a year, I got to move in with family.
Right.
And that is awful. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And not even because family's great, but it just uproots everything. What type of special needs does your child have?
My daughter is deaf, and she's on the autism spectrum.
Okay. How? What's her? I'm trying to use a non-nerd word here. How social is she?
She's very social.
Okay.
Very social.
Okay. All right. So she gets around and can make her way. Okay. All right. What is her ability to grasp social situations? Could you talk to her about what's going on?
I don't think she would quite understand that. We do communicate via sign language, but I feel like there is a little bit of a language barrier. Her school is very good at helping communicate when, if a family member passes away, they've been good in the past, helping communicate these types of things. So I'm sure I can get assistance.
So if you got some support, just somebody to sit with you while you said, hey, we're moving into Uncle Joey's house or Grandma's house for a while. We're going to have a fun adventure and it's going to be different and new. And Dad's really sick, and so he's going to go get some help that he needs. Like, how old is this kid?
My daughter's 10.
Okay, yeah. So it's varying degrees, and I'll let you be the expert on your child, obviously, and get some support. But it's that. And if you haven't already, I would freeze my credit.
I have.
Okay, great. So nobody can take out anything against you anymore. And then it's just about looking at your credit report and seeing what kind of mess you have. And it's
a mess.
Tell me how much of a mess. How much in the hole are you?
Well, my bills in my name are good and up to date, but probably outside of my car payment, I probably have about $10,000 in credit card debt overall. And then I have a $3,000 a month rent But I have a repossession from my husband's car being repossessed, and just things that have been late. But the part of the problem is that my husband for many, many years was a 1099 employee and never filed taxes appropriately. And now we owe about $65,000 to the IRS. And I'm very afraid that my check is my paycheck's going to be garnished at some point because it's so many years old. And I don't even know where to begin with that, which is completely separate, but it's just all cumulative. All of it's building up between him spending all this money on bookies and online gambling and everything else.
Okay, I need you to do something for me that's going to be very, very hard, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I want you, and this is going to sound nuts, and we're going to come back to this in a year.
Okay.
Every second you spend going back, being angry and enraged that this man you married has blown your life up so much is an ounce of energy you're not using to move forward and save yourself and your child. Okay. So the more energy or discussions you have about what he did with bookies and all of this and the repossession, you have a serious crisis on your hands. Let's just get to solving the crisis.
Yep.
And there's part of you that's going to have the grief about the failed marriage. Part of you is going to have the grief about this man that instead of being a husband who lifted his family up and took care of his family, has absolutely thrown an anchor around your neck and dropped you in the middle of the ocean, right? All that will come in waves, but we're going to, for the next year, do the best we can to get out of this crisis.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I need to do.
How much do you owe? I mean, how much do you make?
I make, my salary is close to $75,000 a year from my individual. Combined, we make about $150 on paper.
Okay. We're going to go 75.
Okay.
And you're going to look at that number and it's going to be half of what the fantasy has been for a long time. And we're going to be pissed off about that. And then we're going to go move forward. Okay.
Okay.
I am super great. It relieves me that you make $75K.
Okay.
And that you have family support. Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. It is not awesome that you might have to call your mom or your father or one of your sisters and say, I got to move in for a year.
Right.
And I'll pay you $1,000, and that's going to free up $2,000 for you.
Yes.
And a buddy of mine actually one time sat down and called 10 apartment complexes in a major metropolitan city with a credit score of 0, and 9 out of 10 of them accepted him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so there's this fallacy that you have to have, he did have to have first month in all of them, and I think first and last in several. So it might take you several months of paying mom $1,000 a month, and your mom might say, absolutely not, you're not paying me anything. Who knows? But I'm going to take that $2,000 and I'm going to scratch and claw, or I'm going to take $1,500 of that and I'm going to save up this money so that I can get first and last month's rent. And I'm going to knock on doors at a safe apartment complex in 6 months or in a year. And then I'm going to hook you up with a tax pros, okay? So I work at a place called Ramsey Solutions, and they've got relationships with tax pros in your area. So you can go to ramseysolutions.com/tax. And I want you to put your zip code in there, and they'll send you several tax professionals, and I want you to reach out to one of them.
Okay.
Or reach out to all of them and interview them. They work for you, okay?
Okay.
And they're going to be able to walk you through exactly, hey, you're not liable for this, or you are liable for this, or we're going to file this, or whatever, okay?
Okay.
And that might be $500. It might be $5,000. $5,000 against $75,000 of wage garnishment plus penalties is worth that every second, right?
Every second.
All day long. And so let's solve this problem in order of importance.
Okay.
Importance number 1, you have to find a place to live.
Yep.
Number 2, you have to make sure you've got food and your child has food.
Right.
Number 3, you got to keep your transportation because you got to get to and from work, right? So we're going to go down to, you have to have water and electricity. We're going to cover those 4 walls. Then we're going to deal with ego. Then we're going to deal with pride. You make $75,000. How old are you?
I am 46.
46-year-olds making $75,000 should not be living with their parents, and yet here we are.
Right.
There's some ego there. There's some frustration. There's some anger. All that's great. But we're going to go do the next right thing in order of importance, okay? We're going to sit down with husband and say, I'm leaving, I'm moving out, because that's the decision I've made. By the way, I can't be held responsible for you deciding to end your marriage, okay?
Right, I know.
I'm assuming you're down that road. I can hear it. You're done.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Okay, so you could print off the papers, you could fill them out, and you could hand them to him.
Okay.
If there's retirement accounts out there that are $400,000 and you're like, you're not walking away with all that, whatever. I bet if you're in the house of a gambler, there's no money left anywhere, right?
No, there really isn't.
Okay.
I have a very small 401k that unfortunately I've taken loans against to try to cover rent in the past and whatnot. So, I mean, maximum $20,000 maybe.
Okay. So I want you to also be honest about, I'm going to send you Financial Peace University. It's an online course.
Okay.
It's got I want you to watch it start to finish, okay?
Okay.
And what it's going to do, it's going to empower you like you haven't been empowered before.
Okay.
Okay? Because it feels like the wall's crashing down. A lot of that is rage. A lot of that is anger. You make $75K.
Yep.
And you have family support. That puts you way ahead of a lot of folks. Not going to be easy, but it's put you way ahead, okay?
Right.
If you're struggling with gambling, I'm getting this call over and over and over and over again. Make today be the day you call somebody. You got to go to meetings. You got to put some significant hurdles in front of yourself, and you got to get well from this catastrophic addiction. It's destroying everybody. Go get the help that you need. Thank you so much for the call, Mary. We come back. A woman asks how to deal with her fiance's control over how she dresses. I can already tell you. Run. We'll be right back. Poncho is back as a supporter of this show, and I'm super jazzed about it. If you've seen me on this show or on stages across the country, I'm almost always wearing poncho shirts. I got one on right now. I wear poncho when I'm fishing in the Gulf, and I was wearing poncho shirts all weekend while I was mowing my little miniature farm out here in Nashville. I'm telling you, you should wear poncho too, because poncho makes the absolute best outdoor performance shirts, and I also wear them inside, for men, period. I love Poncho's denims and their insanely soft flannels, but now that it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, I'm wearing Poncho's ultralight shirts too. They're lightweight and breathable, and they're still tough enough to handle whatever chaos my day brings, everything from travel to being up to my chest fishing in the surf or doing outside labor. These shirts move with you, not against you, and they dry fast, and they don't cling or bunch up, and they come in slim or regular fits, so you don't look like a circus tent or a sausage link. Now, here's what I want you to do. Head over to ponchooutdoors.com/Delony right now and check out the selection of my favorite shirts like the Laramie and the Buffalo. Right now, new customers get $10 off your first purchase when you sign up with your email. That's $10 off at ponchooutdoors.com/Delony. Poncho is the best. Go check them out. All right, Indianapolis. Let's talk to Lola. What's up, Lola?
Hello.
How we doing?
I'm here. I'm good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm present and alive. I'm doing great. What's going on?
So, I have a fiance who's controlling about a lot of things, but my main thing is what are some ways that I can help, I guess, him become more accepting of my clothing choices. I don't dress provocative or exposing, as I'm a business casual corporate job, but he has a lot of issues with leggings or maxi dresses, because if I wear those, then I'm just asking for attention from other men and acting single.
Oh, sister.
I know. This isn't the only issue. But
I was about to say, I 100% get that. So let's put clothing aside.
Okay.
Wow. I'm taking a deep breath because I tend to overreact. And I'm trying to be present with you, just like you're present, right? What are other ways he acts controlling?
So I'm the only one that works. We have 4 kids. He watches them. And, that's what we initially agreed to. However, he was aware he needed to get a part-time job. He didn't, so I took it upon myself to get one, and he basically told me if I did that, then we weren't going to be in a relationship. And I told him, well, I was going to take the job. I need to do what I need to have my bills paid, basically. That's one thing, like who I talk to at work. If I need assistance with something, I reach out. And if a male helps me, then, that's a problem. So it's a lot of like, you can't spend money on this bill because I had it planned to use for trading stocks. And it's just a lot of like who I can talk to, who's allowed in our life, what I wear, what I can and cannot post on Facebook. And so it's a lot of things. And we've been together for 9 years, and I'm honestly like at my point because I don't want my kids to have to witness this.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 7, and then 4, 3, and 1.
I don't know that I will talk to a person who's carrying more guilt in their life than you, okay? So I'm not saying this to pile this on, okay? I want to be very delicate, but your kids are absorbing every second of this.
I know.
Not to mention what the air they breathe while you're gone at work, working both of these jobs because the person you've had kids with is such a freaking bum.
Yeah, it's hard because his version of working is wanting to trade stocks, and he hasn't had much luck with it.
You know why? Because nobody has luck trading stocks, contrary to what TikTok tells you.
I know. And like, he just tells them mom isn't coming home. So it's hard because then I get home and they're like, well, why did he say this?
God,
and so they don't understand, obviously.
Lola, this is a loaded question. Why are you marrying this guy?
So we're not married.
I know, but you're engaged.
Right.
You call him your fiancé. Why are you going to marry him?
I'm not. He proposed in October, and he basically did it because he said he thought I was going to change, and I didn't deserve it, and I don't deserve my job or my kids. But I'm at my point because I can't let my kids go through that.
No.
The most important thing.
No, stop. You are worth more than this. And if I'm the first person who's ever told you that, I am heartbroken for the people that raised you, for the world you grew up in. You are worth so much more than this.
Yeah, it's hard when he's obviously saying different. I don't have a lot of family support.
Yeah, clearly, because I can't imagine a man like this in my family system. And any guy I know, hang out with, a man in this family, all the guys at the booth are shaking their head. Like, I can't imagine this.
Yeah, and it's hard to save up money to move somewhere else because yeah.
I know. So it is very rare that I say what I'm about to say, but you got to get out of this mess.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you something you don't know and haven't thought about.
Yeah, it's just hard because I don't have a plan and I don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
So, and thankfully we're not married, so we don't have to go through the divorce process. But
yeah, we all been together for 8 years, and you got 4 kids together, so there will be a legal process.
Right. Yeah, I know that. I kind of have that in plan, but whenever I bring up like trying to figure out when we would have the kids, you know what I mean? Like, I get called toxic and I'm that bitter baby mama, but I'm really just wanting something legally.
Okay, I need you to consider something, okay? I can't make you do anything.
Okay.
I want you to answer a few questions for me.
Okay.
Has your husband been a person of integrity? Does he tell you the truth? Yes or no?
Yeah.
He does tell you the truth?
Well, I would like to think he's truthful.
Wow.
So I guess no.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just be honest. Okay.
Yeah.
Does he tell you the truth that you're just a baby mama? You're a leech. You don't show up for your kids. Okay. No. Is he been a man of integrity?
No.
No. Is he a man who is thoughtful about the finances of his family?
No.
Is he a man who supports his wife while she's working 1.5 jobs and he's at home hanging out with the kids?
No.
Is he taking care of the emotional and spiritual and physical needs of your 4 kids? And that includes being a good example, getting them out and about, teaching them how to honor their mother.
No.
No. So let's stop going back to that same person who doesn't tell you the truth, who doesn't live an honorable life, who doesn't honor and respect his wife. Let's stop going back to that source for information or advice on what to do next. That person has disqualified them for any input moving forward. And I know that's a terrifying feeling for you because you got no family and friends support, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does he control your direct deposit?
No, I have a direct deposit going to my own account. He's not on it.
Okay. So what we have to do is create a sub account there and begin to save up money for an apartment, first month's rent. Will that be fun with 4 kids? No, it will be a disaster, and that's the world you're in right now. I'm going to hook you up with 3 months with my friends at BetterHelp for free. And when you get on there, you've got a history of trauma, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he likes to hold it against me.
I know he does.
He knows it.
I want you to repeat after me. He does not get a vote.
He said he doesn't get a vote.
No. I want you to say that. He doesn't get a vote.
He doesn't get a vote.
When he tells you you're not a good wife or not a good girlfriend, he doesn't get a vote. When he tells you that you're a leech and a bum, he doesn't get a vote. When he brings up past trauma, past assault, then you whisper to yourself, he doesn't get a vote. Because no man holds past trauma over the woman they love, over any woman. My God, women I hate, I wouldn't bring up that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need you to hear me say this is unhealthy and this is not normal. And your gut reaction, your gut feelings about all this are right. And probably your whole life, people have told you what you feel and body autonomy. All that stuff is not yours. And I want to hand it right back to you. It is yours. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your next steps will feel scary. They'll feel lonely. They'll feel isolating. Is there anybody in your sphere, maybe somebody at work, a professional mentor who's a woman, a couple of colleagues at work that you could take out for coffee and just say, here's what I'm experiencing and I need somebody to walk with me through this next season?
I probably could, but...
No buts. No buts.
I think I do have people. Work is already aware of my situation, but there's nothing that they can... But yeah, I probably could do that.
There's nothing that they quote unquote can do, right? But they can sit with you and listen. They can give you advice when the other voice in your ear is telling you that all of this is your fault and you're a terrible person and you're not beautiful. And, oh yeah, one time that guy did this because all that insanity. God, dude, I'm getting mad on your behalf, Lola. But here's the thing, and this is heartbreaking for me. I can't get more upset and motivated and mad about this than you. This has to come from a place of, I am worth more than this. My kids deserve safety and security and a man that will honor them and me.
Yeah.
And so there's an old phrase that I got from just an amazing man, David Kessler. And here's the phrase: grief demands a witness. You have to sit down with other people and just explain what's going on. Okay? And they have to be people who you can trust. And hopefully you have a work or colleague or two, and tell them, I know y'all can't do anything about this. I just need somebody to sit with me as I begin to make some pretty significant changes in my life, because I'm going out on a limb for the first time and it's scary. And I can almost guarantee you'll have people come out of the woodwork to support you. You'll have people say, I'll show up and help you move. You can stay at my back apartment in the back of my garage. The people will show up.
Yeah, I guess it's just more so like embarrassing that I have to go through it and that I've dealt with it so long. So it's just hard for me to open up on those type of things because I don't want anyone to look at me any less because...
Listen to me, Lola. Yeah. They're going to look at you just like they're going to hear you like I'm hearing you, with open arms and open hands. And if they don't, good God almighty, if they don't, then we're going on to the next. That embarrassment is probably less embarrassment and probably more shame. And if you lived a life of sexual abuse, if you lived a life of physical abuse, if you lived a life of parents walking out on you, if you live a life where a guy is just a total bump on a log, shame is that constant going back to the mirror and saying, I'm getting what I deserve. This is happening because of me. That's not embarrassment, that's shame. And shame is a powerful, powerful demon.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever listened to this show, the times I've said it is time to get out is very, very rare.
Yeah, I listen to it a lot.
Okay. So. I'm telling you, it's time. So here's the deal. I want you to hang on the line. I'm going to hook you up with BetterHelp so you can get some licensed professional counseling care because this is going to be a journey for you. And probably It's going to be equal parts reality, like math problems, right? Like financial. And also it's going to be very challenging emotionally. Because that guy knows where all your red buttons are, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to bury you really quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to need some professional care, and I'll hook you up at least the first several months of that, okay?
Okay.
When you call this counselor, I want you to promise me 2 things, okay?
Okay.
Number 1, I want you to tell the whole truth, unfiltered.
Okay.
And you're used to shame, embarrassment, whatever. You're used to kind of hedging the truth. I want you to tell the full truth, okay? There will be some freedom in that.
Okay.
The second thing is, I want you to say, I need an action plan. I need you to walk with me as we co-create an action plan together for me to get to freedom. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I just need to tell you, I'm so sorry, man.
It's okay.
It's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not okay.
You don't have to make me feel better. I'm okay. I know your whole life is about making the other people in the room feel okay. You don't got to do that with me. It's not okay. All right, dear?
Yeah.
You call me any time. You got it?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. It's been an honor to talk to you, okay? Hang on the line here. We'll get you hooked up with some of these resources. Also, you know what? I'm also going to send you Financial Peace University as well. I want you to walk through this. You're going to have to learn alone how to do some of these financial things and get caught up, and this will free you as well. Whew, my goodness. Hey, we'll be right back. All right, it's time for a quick word about Delete Me. Do you feel like your digital footprints, your text messages, your emails, your maps in your car are starting to feel more like digital trails, leading bad guys right back to you? Right now, scammers are using phishing attacks, that's phishing with a PH, and they try to trick you into giving them something like your information by pretending to know you. You might get an email, a text, or a phone call, and the person or the AI bot on the other end sounds like someone who's looking out for you and trying to help you out, but they're not. With all of these new technological advancements coming at us 1,000,000 miles an hour, no one is really safe. So what are we supposed to do? We can start controlling what we can. We can learn how to be careful online and offline, and we can all sign up with Delete Me. I use and recommend Delete Me because they work in the background to reduce my online presence. I don't have to worry about creepy data brokers having my data and trying to sell it behind my back. Delete Me has reviewed tens of thousands of sites for me, and when they've found stuff, they've removed data from hundreds of the sites, which has saved me countless hours and a ton of stress. Stop phishing attacks, harassment, and other online threats before they even start, and take control of your digital privacy with Delete Me. Go to joindeleteme.com/Delony today for 20% off your annual plan. That comes out to less than $9 a month. That's joindeleteme.com/Delony. Kelly, save this show, please, because I'm finding myself getting increasingly angry.
All right. Have you ever heard the term like hot girl summer in terms like that? I mean,
have we met?
Have you ever had a hot girl summer?
Yeah, dude. Me and Keeler, Joe, we're having a hot girl summer right now. What is a hot girl summer, Kelly?
It's I'm probably not the one to ask because I'm also not in this age range, but it's just the whole idea of like, summertime and we're going to do all these things and have a hot girl summer or whatever the term du jour is.
What does that mean? Like we're going to wear like bikinis and go to the beach? We're going to like go line dancing down on Broadway? Like what does that mean? Is it just like YOLO? Is it just like a saying?
Yes, basically. Well, the new one for 2025 is Therapy Bro Summer. And this is one I can get on board with.
Therapy Bro Summer.
Therapy Bro.
As a bro, am I a bro? I don't think I am. Am I?
You can be.
Damn, Gina, that hurts. Okay, so as a bro, already I'm out on Therapy Bro Summer. What does that mean?
So, according to a study that was released this past May, 55% of Gen Z women refuse to date a man if he's not at least willing to go to therapy. And 45% people found that people that go to therapy are more attractive. And that number goes to 55% for millennial women. So the whole idea of this is trying to get men to go see a therapist, talk to somebody. So this is one I can get behind.
I can get behind that.
Yes, because basically it makes people more attractive when they're willing to, when they have a little self-knowledge.
Deal with their crap.
Yeah. So this quote says, self-actualization, emotional literacy, authentic confidence, humility, and the ability to make healthy choices will naturally make someone an attractive mate and a better partner in any relationship, romantic or otherwise.
And so therapy, I guess my caveat to that would be therapy can be an avenue to those things. But I wonder if the underneath all of that is you're a person who will go seek new skills when you realize the things that you're doing aren't working. Is that fair?
Yes, because it said that unfortunately a lot of men still consider going to therapy weak.
Yes. And
especially those over 35, when real men face their demons, they don't run away from them. So, guys.
I remember asking, he's in his 60s, I'm painting this picture, an insanely wealthy guy, who's a big gun collector and like all this stuff. Well, he was talking to me about going to marriage counseling back in the 80s. I was like, dudes didn't go to marriage counseling in the 80s. And his response was so important. It changed my perception. And what he said was, I didn't have the skills. I needed to go get these skills. And it sounded as though he was like, dude, my air conditioner went out and I don't know how to fix it. So I called somebody who has that toolkit and that set of skills to fix it. But it was just very matter of fact. And I often think that men look at therapy as, like you said, like weak, as coward. But if you look at it as, I don't have a set of skills, like we talked to one of the calls today, like I am burning through my family's money because I have a gambling addiction. And I don't have the skill set to get out of this. I need to go get some more skills. I need to talk to somebody. I'm struggling with pornography, with cheating on my spouse. I find myself flying off the handle in rage at my 4-year-old, right? I don't have a skill set. So maybe that's a way to destigmatize it. But I think the call out here is important. If you're 30 or 35 and you can't find anyone to date, it may be you. You may be undateable. That marriage book I'm working on right now, like one of the chapters, like the headings will change, but right now it's millions of unmarriable men who are trapped in this loop of nobody wants to be around me, yet I'm angry all the time. I have to be right all the time. I have to fix everybody all the time. I am like fill in the blank, all these different actions and thought processes and behaviors. But I guess for whatever it's worth, I see a therapist. So I don't know. There's the bravest guys I know go say, hey, I don't know how to do a thing, and go get it. What do you say, Joe? Oh, I thought you were about to say something. Joe's about to be like, therapy bros for life. Yeah. So, Kelly, you're in support of A, Hot Girl Summer, which you're a huge fan of, and B, therapy, what is it, therapy bros?
Therapy bros summer. I'm definitely in support of that. I'm in support of that for anyone that needs something.
Support and care.
Yeah, that needs, they've got things they need to deal with.
Nate Dogg, what do you think about therapy bro summer?
I'm all for it.
Is that probably why you work on this show?
Yeah.
Guys, go get the help and care you need, whether it's from a therapist, a medical professional, an electrician. Go learn the skills you need to learn. The rest of the world is counting on you. We love you. Bye.